So match number 19, we go now over in Scotland with, of course, Celtic and Rangers still dominating the proceedings in the league. But what about the chasing pack? Can they make up some ground? We'll take a look at that and more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video today. We're looking forward to match number 19, that's right, over in Scotland. And we'll get to that in just one second. If you know where you've been, stop what you're doing, swallow what you're chewing, and get that focus back, that's right. Of course, do you want to stop shop for Scotland-related, Rovers-related, what? Football-related? We're going to all hear, boys, under one rooski. Of course, we are recording this ahead of schedule on the 23rd of December, so bear that in mind, as, of course, we look forward to the final game of 2022. Of course, who's going to get off to a flyer, or who's going to end their camp, or end the year with a flyer, or who's going to end up with a stinker. We'll take a look at all of it in a second. Of course, people shout about VIPs. They're the patrons, of course. You know who you are. But anyway, let's jump in the vortex and have a look what we're talking about. We're talking about this. That's right. Of course, it's the Scottish Premiership. Now, these were the games stretching way back to Christmas Eve. That's right. No Boxing Day fixtures in Scotland. What are we talking about, Mike? What are we talking about? Well, we are talking about these games. They took place. My predictions are up here. The real deal down here. And that is a bit of a mystery. Now, coming at you right here and now on the 23rd. That's right. 23rd of December. Looking forward to those games on the 28th and beyond. Was I right? Was I wrong? Of course. Well, we'll have to look at it in a second. Or you'll tell me, of course, down below. And this was the table as, of course, as the games built up to a very, very festive punch. That's right. Meanwhile, here it is in all its glory in a bigger viewing there. You can see it. And as you can see, the gap between Celtic and Rangers is monumental. Now, that could change, shrink, grow, whatever it is over the next few days. So we'll see how it all pans out as well. Meanwhile, of course, you can get involved with the Super Brew, which is, of course, keep on going, despite me not being here live or the actual in between, if you know what I mean. Just keep putting your Super Brew in. And then, of course, when I get back, we'll bring you bang up to date and see where we all are. And hopefully I'm still kicking ass. So we are talking about these games, that's right, coming at you very, very soon, of course, on the, matchday number 19, that's right. So let's jump in the deep end and have a look at them slowly but surely to see where we are. So let's jump in the deep and kick it off with Dundee United against Ross County coming at you on the 28th, that's right. Tannadice, of course, played 5 times, they played since 2007, 21 wins for Dundee United, 8 wins for Ross County, and 6 draws, of course. Biggest win for Dundee United, 3-0 win, the biggest win in the way, a 5-1 win for Ross County. Of course, Ross County scored just 43 goals compared to Dundee United's 54, of course, of those 35 games. Works out around 1.54 goals a game for Dundee United. The hosts, 1.23 goals a game for Ross County. The visitors, last time around, of course, at Tannadice, was a 2-1 win for Dundee United. Way back in the 26th of Jan, 2022. Since then, they have placed, of course, at Ross County. It was a 1-1 draw back in October. The odds on this game, as we look forward to it, it's 11-10 for the Dundee United. 1-5 is draw, 2-5 is your away win. Of course, we are back in a 1-0 win for Dundee United, bouncing back and finally maybe getting a little bit closer to safety. We'll see about that. Kilmarnock, though, up against Aberdeen, of course, coming at you at Rugby Park. Played 100 times in 1984. 30 wins for Kilmarnock, 48 wins for Aberdeen, of course, and 22 draws as well. 4-0 win was the biggest win for Kilmarnock. 5-0 win was the biggest win for Aberdeen over Kilmarnock. And in fact, they scored 149 goals compared to 114 by Kilmarnock in those 100 games since 1994. Works out around about 1.14 goals a game for Kilmarnock, 1.49 goals a game for Aberdeen. That's right. Last time around over at Kilmarnock, it was 2-0 win for Aberdeen back in December 2020. But they also played this campaign back in October at Pittodrie. It was a 4-1 win for Aberdeen as well. Aberdeen, though, coming into this 21-20 for the victory. They are favoured here. 25 is the hosts, and 5-2 is the draw here. Aberdeen are third right now, and I see them losing this one, though. Kilmarnock are struggling, but I do think things will turn around for Kilmarnock on this one. Kicking off forwards, Rangers up against Motherwell, of course, coming at you at Ibrox. Now, these two sides, of course, have played each other 96 times in 1994. 67 wins for Rangers, 10 wins for Motherwell. We've got 19 draws, of course. Biggest win for Motherwell, 3-0 win. The biggest win for Rangers, 7-1 win, of course. In fact, they've scored 221 goals compared to Motherwell's 86 over the course of those 96 games. Works out about 0.9 goals a game for Motherwell, 2.3 goals a game for Rangers heading into this. Last round, over at Ibrox, it was a 2-2 draw back in February 2022. Then meanwhile, they have played each other, of course, at Fir Park back in October. It was a 2-1 win for Rangers as well. The odds for this game, we have got 5-1 on for Rangers, 5-1 is your draw, 16-1 is your long shots. That's Motherwell. Of course, they're not going to win, are they? 3-0 win for Michael Beale's Fish and Chips. That's right. And of course, another 3 points. Keeping up the heat with Celtic. Meanwhile, Livingston up against St Mirren coming at you at the Tony Macaroni Stadium. That's right. I played 28 times, 2015. 10 wins to Livingston, 11 wins to St Mirren, 7 draws, of course. Biggest win for Livingston, 4-1 win. The biggest win in the way, a 3-1 win. But St Mirren have scored 40 goals compared to Livingston's 42. Works out around 1.5 goals a game for Livingston, 1.43 goals a game for St Mirren. Last time around, though, over at Livingston, it was a 1-0 win for, actually, it was a 1-1 draw way back in February 2022. Meanwhile, they also played each other at St Mirren back in October. It was a 2-1 win for for St Mirren. Wow, wow, wee, wow. The odds here, though, we have 13 to 10 is Livingston, 5 to 2 is the draw, and 90 to 10 is your away win here. We're back in, of course, another draw here, point apiece. Livingston doing all right in 6th spot. St Mirren doing okay in 7th. Meanwhile, kicking off forward is St Johnstone, the Super Jays up against Heart and Midlothian. Coming out at McDermott Park, played each other 60 times since 1997. We've got 19 wins for Super Jays. We've got 21 wins for Hearts and 20 draws, of course. The Super Jays, though, biggest win, 3-0 win. The biggest win for Hearts, also a 3-0 win. But Super Jays, of course, 73 goals compared to Hearts, 80 over the course of those 60 games. Works out around 1.22 goals a game compared to 1.33 scored by Heart. Midlothian, last time around, though, over at St Johnstone, the Super Jays, 2-1 winners for the hosts, of course, back in February 2022. Back in August, on my birthday, Hearts came out top 3-2 win over at Tynecastle. The odds, though, for this one, we have 90 to 10 is your Super Jays, 9 to 4 is the draw, and 7 to 5 is your away win. That's Hearts. It's 4th against 5th as of recording. Of course, that may have changed. We'll see about that. Going to go with a 2-1 win for Hearts here against the Grain, and a big result for Hearts, moving closer, maybe even taking over 3rd spot. We'll see about that. Of course, meanwhile, wrap it up. It's Hibs up against Celtic over at Easter Road. Played each other 94 times in 1984. We've got 11 wins for Hibs, 58 wins for Celtic, 25 draws, of course. Hibs, though, 2-0 win was the biggest. Celtic 6-0 was the biggest win over Hibs, stretching all the way back to 1984. 201 goals scored by Celtic compared to 82 of Hibs. Works out around 0.87 goals a game for Hibs compared to the 2.14 goals scored by Celtic. Last round, though, over at Easter Road, it was a 0-0 draw back in February 2022. However, they did play each other earlier this season. It was a 6-1 demolition job by Celtic, who, of course, beaten against Hibs for a long, long time now. 13 to 2 now is your odds for Hibs. 11.54 is your draw. And 5 to 2 on is your Celtic. They're going to win this one, aren't they? 3-0 win. They know the real deal. Of course, Hibs are in a bit of a wobble, and I think Lee Johnson could actually be on point, maybe for the sack. That's right. I think he is starting to wobble here. But who will actually take over the reins for Hibs? Anyway, that's my take on it, guys. Be sure to get your own take. Cut before Scott Picks. It is free, and hopefully I'll see you back around very soon. I think we've got one more of these before it gets back to normality. But until then, guys, subscribe, thumbs up, hit the little bell. Of course, I'll see you soon for the next one.